You know, marrying a pastor might not be all that it's cracked up to be, so you need to ask God if that's his will for your life. Listen to this young preacher talking about marrying a pastor.
Let's talk about why some male pastors are the worst partners in marriage. Not all, but enough that it's worth talking about. First, a lot of these marriages were about looks over love, platform over partnership, image over intimacy. Simply, a lot of churches won't hire a single man, and I know this. So the question becomes for young preachers, does she fit the vision? Not do we fit each other? It's about branding, her being in the backdrop, her having an intro and a bullet point. She's the sacrificial lamb so bro can secure a parking lot and a paycheck. Some of these marriages have nothing to do with covenant. They're about optics so he can serve communion. Number two, a lot of guys conflate their relationship with Christ with good character. Because they can preach, pray, lift their hands, they assume that they're honorable people. But Paul literally says in Romans 7, I do what I hate. Meaning you can be saved. All Christians need to hear this and still be dysfunctional. You can cry and worship and be cruel at home. Good at saying hallelujah, hell to live with for your wife and your kids. You can cast out demons and still can't sit with discomfort. A prayer life is not synonymous with being a good person. Number three, the church trains people for spiritual compatibility and stays mostly silent on psychological and social compatibility. The litmus test is, do y'all love the Lord? Okay, but do y'all like each other? Do y'all laugh together? Can you resolve conflict without humiliation? Do you share values outside of Sunday? We preach covenant and we skip compatibility. Number four, bro got too much power. The Stanford prison experiment showed what ordinary people would do with a little unchecked authority. Now you get this man a mic, a title, and a theology that says questioning him is touching the Lord's anointed. You don't need much for dysfunction. That is literal pedestal culture. It's unchecked power plus a pause, and that's dangerous. Number five, oftentimes, a lot of these marriages, they marry too young. It was purity, pressure, hormones, and the fear of hell. Two underdeveloped identities trying to lead a church and a household. They weren't choosing from a place of wholeness. They were choosing from a place of urgency. Desire drove it, shame accelerated, expectation locked in. And somehow we're shocked when those relationships crumble. Here is an uncomfortable truth about men in the church. Some men became pastors before they became whole. And the pulpit does not sanctify immaturity, it amplifies it. I know this for myself. You can be called and still be chaotic. You can be gifted and still be unsafe. And until the church starts vetting character in the same way it wants to vet how much you can grow this church, we're going to keep producing anointed men who are emotionally unavailable husbands.